a picture, whether it's in the mobile or from the new map screen, and actually get a property specific picture that will come up in the actual team app here. So that is a big thing right now. A lot of people, whether you're in lawn care, home cleaning, especially snow removal, people want a site map or a picture of the actual property that they're going up to. So I'm going to go in and blow up the screen here and show you how to actually use this feature to get a property specific picture in there that can actually be seen live in the new team app. So first thing, this is the new visual of, or user interface UI of V3. So if you haven't seen it, this is what it looks like. Still a bit of work in progress. They're on release 2 right now of this video of 3 releases. So not all the screens are V3 updated yet, but the main idea here is we want to go in and go to a client or a lead. I'm going to pull up one of our leads right here, or actually client. And what we're going to do is go into the new Smart Maps feature by clicking on the home icon. That's where property measurements for the paid Pro Map subscription is. And what you're going to do is you're going to get a visual here. Now, we have other videos going over the property measurements, but I'm going to hit this really quickly because I'm going to use this to actually take a picture of the property and some best practice, in my opinion. So I'm going to go in and hit edit here on the left-hand side of the screen. And that is going to pull up the new Maps Pro measurement. And we're going to go in and then scroll to the bottom. We're going to add a measurement. And same as before, we can zoom in and grab the measurement. We're going to name this here on the far right-hand side, turf square footage. And we can have it add, subtract, or exclude. Very similar to we had the plus, 0, and minus icons on Maps Pro. Same idea, just very in a nice, cleaner way. And we can go in and select the color of the area that we're measuring. And I'd recommend using a lighter color in case you're overlaying different things here. Now we want to go into property data and select what we're looking for far as the custom field that's associated with the customer or the property. In subsequent videos, we've gone over the different custom fields and the different ways they can be associated to either a customer or a property in several other ways. But those are the 2 main ones as a number, creating a production rate-based calculation on here. So I'm going to do this for turf square footage for overseeding. And I'm going to measure out my area here of the turf. And we're going to click in here. Obviously, I'm not going to be too careful with this as far as detail. Within a couple hundred feet, it doesn't really matter. The idea of this video is I'm going to actually show you how to utilize this picture, though, and get it live in the team app. So the purpose of this training video is not to go through the features of maps, of measuring, but what we've got here is a calculation. I'm mapping it back, and when I'm done, I hit OK, and that's going to drive that process down here. One of the other things I may want to just put in here is we can add a pin. So if it's a large property, or maybe the property has a fence gate, we want to add a pin to signify that maybe this is the entrance right here. We can drop that pin and then attach a form to it. So maybe every time you go in and out at that point, we can take have a mobile attached form to make sure we take a picture of that gate when we're leaving. But the idea here is once you have this kind of set up, we would want to go in and maybe we want to measure the beds as well. But just for this example, I'm going to blow this up here, and I'm going to go in and use a screen snip tool and take a screenshot of this and show you what I would imagine as a best practice for whether it's residential or commercial, whatever it may be. This is something that we did in my business at Callahan's Lawn Care, even in version 2. So we've got this property here, and what we could do is go in and pull a call out and say, and drag that in. This is entrance gate, 38 inches, so we know what size mower we need. And we can pull that in there. And then maybe we're going to go back in here and do another call out with another area here. And we can use a pin also on maps, as I just talked about, and say, okay, this area back here is the backflow preventer. Now, if you're doing Snow removal, you may be talking about where we're going to be stacking and removing snow. So this is how we can have a basically a property map that would load right in the system. Now, obviously, you may want to pull this up here and make this picture a little bit bigger so you're not jacking up the actual thing. But this is a great way to customize and make property-specific notes now. And then once we have this screenshot, I'm going to go in and file and save as property pick and hit save. And then once that's saved, we're going to go back into SA and pull this up and X out of this area and minimize the screen back. And then when we go under coordinates, this is going to be the latitude and longitude. Now, if we need to adjust those, we have the coordinates here, and this can be drag and dropped to adjust. So if you have a rural property or you're doing a basically a right away in a highway or something that doesn't have an address, we can update that latitude, longitude on Google Maps or in the actual team app. But when we go into the coordinates here on the left, this is where we can add that photo in of the property specific. So I'm going to take our property pics and open that up. And now every time we open up this property, we're going to have that property specific map that can be seen in the computer as well as on the team app. So that is a big thing that a lot of people have wanted. SA responded to that. And now when we go out on the main service level here of the property here, we have all that data saved in here. So that is, in my opinion, a great little feature that SA is stuck in there. So once again, when you do that, we're doing it under the map icon here for Pro Maps. And property photos right here. When I go into edit, it can be found and updated under coordinates. That's where it's at. So if you're wondering how to attach property specific photos for lawn care, home cleaning, or snow removal, they are now found under the Pro Map area under the house icon and then under coordinates. And we just take a picture, screenshot, mark it up, and then upload it and save it, or take a picture while you're in the field with the mobile and upload it and attach it there through the new team app. So that's how we tackle pictures and adjusting coordinates through the new Smart Map feature in version 3.